As long as you pursue happiness, you will not be happy. Reflect on your day before you go to bed. Whether it was reasonable or not, whether it was something to rejoice in terms of conscience and sincerity, whether it was helpless like anxiety and remorse. Call someone you love by name. Confess your hatred and injustice quietly. Don't go to bed worrying. Remove all worries from your heart. Let the soul be at ease for a long time. Taking it for granted that we treat big things seriously but let go of small things, and this is where our downfall begins. As long as you pursue happiness, you will never be happy. When you have given up hope, have no goals, no desires, and no talk of happiness, the rough waves of the world do not crash into your heart, and your heart finally rests. Prayer, like music, brings salvation to the heart. Prayer is trust and confirmation. He who truly prays does not want to, but only speaks of his case and suffering. Don't run away from the pain. Taste how sweet the bottom of the pain is. Man walks the path of self-forgetting through suffering. By contemplation, you walk the path of letting go of yourself. As long as you only look at happiness and chase after it, you will not be mature enough to enjoy it. Even if all the lovely things are yours, you still don't know what peace is as long as you lament what you've lost and fret with purpose. When you give up all hope and abandon all your goals and desires, when you are happy and do not want to put a name on it, only then will the flow of all things in the world stop hitting your heart and your soul will find rest. To be happy means to have hope. In the end, it was only friendship that corrected my natural gloomy habits and kept my youth unscathed and fresh like dawn. And I don't think there's anything more wonderful than sincere and wonderful friendships among men in the world. And if the nostalgia of youth overwhelms me someday when I am lonely, it will only be because of the friendship I had during my school days. It's fun to live in a place where no one knows anyone. Living a life of wanting love from others is dangerous. Even if that person is satisfied with himself and leaves me, loving him without the determination to pray for him is wrong from the beginning. You can ride a horse, ride a car, 2 people, or 3 people can go together. But the last step must be taken by oneself. Friendship was more precious than fame or good wine, love or intelligence, and made me happy. The ultimate purpose of all art is to remind people that life is worth living. Also, it becomes more worthwhile for the artist. Every man's life is his own path, an attempt. Being loved is not happiness. To love is true happiness. Love doesn't exist to make us happy. It exists to see how much we can endure in anguish and perseverance. Love is the ability to understand and smile with confidence even in sorrow. Love is neither begged nor demanded. Love must have the power to reach certainty within itself. Love isn't meant to make us happy. Love is there to show you how strong you can be in the midst of anguish and pain. Birds fight to get out of eggs. The egg is the world. Whoever wants to be born must destroy the world he was in. There is only one magic, only one power, and only one happiness in the world, and that is called love. What we can and must change is ourselves. It is because of our lack of love and tolerance that we easily turn our backs on our impatience and selfishness. What is not in oneself never excites oneself. Love itself is enough for us. As if we want the pleasure of wandering itself without a purpose, we will not curse our life even when it is bright or dark. Fate was not kind, life was capricious and grim. Love without wanting, this is the highest and most desirable state of our souls. Every human being holds his own destiny in his hands. A life that is entirely one's own work and one's own must be created. As long as human beings have bodies, affection is always necessary. But it takes friendship to purify and grow the soul. Life is solitary. Because life doesn't know others well. Life becomes the most meaningful when all meaning is lost. That life is worth living is the ultimate content and comfort of all art. Only those who have the courage to shoulder their own destiny are heroes. Giving is happier than receiving. Loving is more beautiful than being loved and makes people happy. The important thing is just to keep straight on the path that has been assigned to you and not compare it with the path of others. It takes extraordinary determination to learn to love the truth and to feel it as an indispensable element of life. This is because human beings are created beings after all, and they are dealing with the truth as an enemy thoroughly. Truth is not what people want, it is always cruel and cold. What truth is, or how life is originally structured, is something that each person has to figure out for himself, not something to learn from books. Hermann Hesse life quotes.